So today I want to talk about the power of slowing down and finding presence in a busy world. And at the end of that, I want to go through a beautiful, gentle breathwork meditation with you, just to bring you back to some peace and some clarity. But first of all, let's talk about what happens to us on a daily basis and why we find it super hard to be able to slow down and really be in the moment and not allow our mind chatter to overshadow us. So various things are coming up for us throughout the day and being thrown at us. When you're at work, you could be analysing various decisions that you're making. Maybe there's a project that you're working on and you are constantly going over and over and over with these particular parts or points of what it is that you're actually working on, making sure that things are really perfect. So you're really over analyzing a lot, and that's really based upon what your mind has perceived over the years, or what has come in over the years. There might be a limiting belief that had come up that makes you feel inside that you really do need to be analysing or over-analysing a certain thing because maybe in the past it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to at the time. So you've got that that's kind of hanging on over you and allowing for the decisions that are coming in for you to be over-analysed. And that's obviously going to be part of work pressure as well. Now, this could be, whether you're working at home for yourself, or whether you are, a big CEO for a big corporation, and also, working for somebody as well. There's that work pressure that comes in, and that really does weigh heavy on your mind, because what you're really wanting to do is to be able to, make a decent and honest living that is not going to take over too much of your life. But instead you find that it does do that because the mind chatter is really loud. There might be parenting worries that might also come up if you're a mother or a father, and you are worried about your children. It could be being worried about them at school, and it could be you just wanting to be able to be the best parent possible and give them the best. And so those worries are going to constantly be coming up for you. There's also social interactions that tend to overshadow us as well. You might be going out and maybe having a big conference or something like that, where you're having to interact with a lot of people, and that might cause some anxiety as well. And it might also be where you are being invited to go out with friends, parties and other big social occasions. Could also be when you're in that moment, you're comparing yourself to others, when you're either out in those social interactions or when you have social interactions on social media, where people are posting various things about their life, and you then start to compare what's going on in your world, and kind of wondering, well, am I actually being the best version of myself? Am I doing what I actually want to be doing in life? Am I getting the best out of it? These are the types of questions that we're always asking ourselves. And then we then get our heads stuck into planning for the future and what it is that we're actually wanting to bring into our worlds. Now, it's okay to obviously set yourself an intention of what it is that you are wanting to bring into your world, and then letting that intention go and allowing for the universe to, bring you the conversations, the people, the interactions, to allow for that particular intention to come to light. But there are times when we get into that real worry mode because we're trying to plan for the future, but obviously we have no idea what the future is going to hold, so we always really need to be in that present moment. And then there's that perfectionism, which a lot of us do suffer from, is that we just want to be the best. We want to make sure that what we're putting out is the best. It could be like myself, being a creative, wanting to make sure that the websites that I put out there are perfect, making sure that all of the design work is perfect. But then also as well, it could be when I'm actually facilitating a breathwork journey, I want to make sure that that is perfect as well, and that I'm delivering that in the correct way. And look, it's okay to have those types of thoughts, but not to make it become big and really be a perfectionist in a way where nothing that you're doing is going to be right for you. So you have to be really careful of that. So slowing down and really finding that presence within when all of this busy stuff is going on around us is something that is key in ensuring that your day is going to run in the smoothest way possible, that you're going to get the best out of what's actually being shown to you. You're going to have those conversations that you need to have. You are going to have those experiences that you need to have. And you're going to be calm when all of that's coming up for you as well. So the meditation that I would like to go through with you today, the breath meditation, is just going to be a real kind of slowing down. We're going to start off by, bringing in that beautiful golden light force energy that is surrounding us, that even though we don't see it on a daily basis, it really is here. And so we want to be able to connect to that and anchor ourselves, where we are in that moment, so that all of the things that we need to create or that we need to experience to allow us to move through our day in the most gentle way, then this meditation is a beautiful one for you to be able to do at any time. You can do it as you start the day, or obviously depending on what time you're listening to this today, but it'll be a really beautiful, soft and gentle meditation. So as usual, we are going to close our eyes, and closing our eyes when we are meditating, we all know the best, it's the best way to be able to block out all of that external noise that's going on and just really sort of come back to our center, come back to our core being, and really relax more without all of that outside stimulation. Always breathing in through your nose and breathing into your diaphragm at all times. And as I've mentioned before on my breath meditations, is that if you hold your belly, you're also able to, realize that your stomach is expanding when you're breathing in, so that you know that the technique that you're doing is correct. So let's get ourselves into a comfortable position. You can either be sitting or you can be lying down. And so I want you to just close your eyes nice and gentle. And what I want you to do firstly is we're going to count our breath down to a 5-5 breath sequence, just to really take ourselves out of our mind chatter and just to start concentrating on the breath. And then we'll stop the counting, and then we'll just really think about what's happening with the breathing and what's happening throughout our body. So I'm going to count you in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want you to continue with that breath sequence where you're breathing in for 5 seconds and you're breathing out for 5 seconds until you start to feel a lot more relaxed with that rhythm. And now I'm just going to take you through a beautiful anchoring meditation. So imagining, as I said before, that you've got that beautiful golden light force energy that's surrounding us. So it's there even though we don't see it. It's actually there. So this is this beautiful light of consciousness that is connecting all of us together. So we want to really be able to anchor ourselves to that, so that we don't go off in any of this mind chatter, and we just really start to become a lot more peaceful within. So if you can imagine, as you're either sitting there or you're lying there, that this beautiful golden light is actually pouring in through your heart center. So it's coming in through your heart as you're breathing in and that slow count of 5, and you're breathing out at that slow count of 5. And you can imagine yourself now as this golden light is coming in, it's just starting to kind of distribute itself throughout your entire being, throughout your entire body from head to toe. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to start to activate this golden light from the tops of our heads and down to the tips of our toes, just so that we can start to relax ourselves through this breathing. So what I want you to just do right now is imagine that beautiful golden light is sitting on the crown of your head. So we're just going to be concentrating on it there, and we're going to be really bringing that through our bodies and allowing that golden light to illuminate even more. So I want you to imagine that golden light of energy coming down from the top of your head, remembering to breathe slow, breathing in and breathing out. And you can stop counting if you wish, but just making sure that exhale is a nice long exhale through your nose, with a nice long exhale out. So imagining this golden light now is coming from the tops of our heads, moving gently down to our forehead, to the tops of our ears and our eyebrows, and to our eyes, tops of our cheeks, remembering to still breathe in nice and slow, always in through your nose. Tracing this golden light now down past our nose to our cheeks and our mouth, backs of our heads, down to our chin and down to our neck. And again, if they're remembering to breathe in nice and slow. But if there's any area around your head where you're holding any tension, we're just going to gently relax that area as we continue to breathe nice and slow and gentle, allowing that golden light now to move down past our shoulders, tops of our back and to our chest, to the middle of our back. And again, if there's any areas that are holding any tension around this chest area, we're just going to consciously release that. What I want you to do as well now is to actually put your hand up to your heart center. And as you are breathing slowly and this energy is coming down, this golden energy is coming down past your body, I want you to focus now on your heart center, which will allow that connection that you need with this golden light, a connection to pure consciousness, and to the connection to everything that we cannot see, but the energies that are around us that we need to work with throughout our day, which will allow us to receive all of the guidance that we need from the universe. So if you just hold on to your heart center as you breathe nice and slow, and we are now continuing to bring this golden energy down, pass through our arms and to our wrists. This golden light now down to our hands, and we're continuing to bring that golden light down our bodies to our solar plexus area and to our stomach and our waist, down to our buttocks, remembering to continue to breathe in nice and slow as you can now. So slowing that breath down even slower than before as we're bringing this energy down now to our thighs, our buttocks, tops, back of our legs, down our thighs, continuing to breathe nice and slow and gentle, making sure that that breath is low into your belly and slow as possible. Continuing to breathe nice and soft and gentle, imagining that golden light now coming down to your knees, to the backs of your knees, gently down to your calves, down to your ankles, continuing to breathe nice and slow and gentle. So bringing that golden light now down to our feet, the tops of our feet and our toes. And again, if there's any area that's holding any tension, which we tend to find around our ankle area and our feet, we're just going to consciously release that as we continue to breathe and allow that energy to move gently through. Now, bringing that energy down to the bottom of our feet. And I want you to imagine now that this golden light is actually coming out of our feet, coming through our floorboards. Even though we're high up, we might be high up in a block, or we might just be sitting outside, or we're in our homes. Just imagine that golden light is going through the floor and down into the earth below you, and it's starting to pick up pace now as it starts to move through the earth and down into the center. It's almost there. Imagine that golden light is almost there as you continue to breathe nice and slow until it anchors itself into the earth's core. So what you can feel now is that golden light that's pouring in through your heart center, coming through your body and anchoring itself out from your feet and into the center of the earth. And what that's doing now is connecting you to everything that you need to connect to ensure that your day runs in a smooth way and that all of the messages that you need to come in from the universe will be seen, realized and felt within. So continuing to breathe nice and slow, imagining that golden light, and as you breathe, that light is illuminating even more. So it's as you breathe on the in-breath, you can feel that golden light illuminating from the inside. You're feeling a lot more calmer, and if there's any thoughts that are coming into your head, you're just going to let those thoughts just drift on by. All you need to concentrate is that soft air coming, that soft, gentle air coming in through your nose. And what we're going to do is we're going to slow down our breath even more by breathing that golden light from the tops of our heads down to our toes, holding it at our toes, and then exhaling as it comes back up through our bodies and again out through our nose. What I want you to do as you breathe in is I want you to really feel that air coming in through your nose. It probably will be cold as it's coming in. Just concentrating on that coming in and then activating that golden light as it goes through your body. So I'm going to count you into this breath now. In 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Continuing to breathe in as you trace that golden light down to your feet. And breathe out as that golden light comes up again through your body, through your legs, up through your waist, through your lungs, to your heart, out through your nose. And we're going to breathe in again. Tracing that down to your feet, and breathe out. Bringing that golden light up again, up and out of your nose. This time as we breathe in, we're going to hold our breath as it goes down to our feet. So breathing in, making sure that breathing in nice and slow. Breath comes through your body, activating that golden light, and hold. Breathe out, breathing that beautiful energy, activating that golden light again as it's coming through your body, up through your waist, your lungs, to your heart center, and out of your nose. And breathe in. And bringing that energy again down through your body, activating that golden light down through your legs, down to your feet, and hold. Breathe out. Again, bringing that energy back up through your body, and that air, that oxygen. Out through your nose again. One last time, breathe in. Tracing that down through your body, activating that golden light again as you're breathing that inward breath down to your toes. And hold. And breathe out. Nice, gentle breath. And this time, as you get to your heart center, I want you to hold again. Put your hands up to your heart as well. And breathe out. Come yourself back to a nice relaxed position. Gently opening your eyes. So taking the time out to do a nice relaxing anchoring of the light breath meditation is a great way to bring you back to that present moment, but in a really beautiful and strong and affirming way, so that you will have the ability within you to be able to cope with all of the busyness that's going on around you, and really kind of bring yourself back to a beautiful calm and stillness. And so I want to thank you for going through this breathwork journey with me today, and wishing you a beautiful day, whatever the time is, wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to sharing with you again soon. Bye.